As a military and drill exercise was held last week in the county of Northamptonshire at Northampton at an RAF base, where the scene and scenario was a helicopter colliding with a fighter jet, we asked the question, why was this scale of exercise needed, and does somebody know something that's coming down the line? I'd like to welcome you back to the channel and thank you for joining me in another video back at the channel had just gone viral. If you're new here, we like to cover crime, news, give analysis and also tell you information that sometimes the mainstream media might not always tell you. Also, our official online shop and store is now open, so go and check out our merchandise and go and grab yourself one. And with that being said, let's get straight into the video. People have been intrigued and even questioned with suspicion with regards to a training exercise that was created around a made-up crash between two RAF aircraft that has took place in Northampton. This was what we were told was to test the resilience of the emergency services. But is there more than meets the eye? This is as police, fire and ambulance crews, the military and other agencies that we were not told, have been carrying out the training in St James area of the town. A senior police officer said the exercise would present a real challenge to our emergency responses. Northamptonshire Fire and Rescue Service said the large emergency service and a military presence may raise some concerns and cause minor disruption to residents and businesses, which it apologised for. The scene and scenario which was being tested was where two RAF aircraft had supposedly collided in the air above St James, with the debris landing in Westbridge and the surrounding area. The emergency services have been testing their response in the aftermath to see how well they work together. A no-fly zone was put in place for the town during the exercise, and Northamptonshire Police said plans exist within each organisation and are regularly tested in the top table exercise, but this is the first time in more than 10 years in a real-life test of those plans have taken place in Northamptonshire. After speaking to a couple of people I know, myself personally who work within the NHS, I was shocked to discover that this was no mini drill or little exercise. It involved hundreds of people and those at senior levels within the emergency services. The fact that the scenario in the scene is set of a Tomahawk helicopter being struck by a plane, which exactly resembles the accident that happened in America, Washington DC, is scary and beyond belief. And with the electrical blackouts that happened in Spain and Portugal, is this an exercise drill for something else to come? After all, if the electricity supply goes down and there's a blackout, there will be no air communications from traffic control between the planes and the ground. And the fact of two vehicles colliding in the air should raise even more suspicion, as this is a possible scenario and scene that could happen should there be an electrical blackout, as communication between anybody will be shut down and non-existent, and it will become a game of guessing and judging. In a day and age where technology seems to move faster each day, faster than what we can keep up with, has autonomous flying, where a vehicle can be flown without a pilot remotely, something that we need to take into consideration? And why was the A45 that leads to Northamptonshire shut off and closed to the public? The reports were that there was a lorry accident, yet when I went past myself and witnessed, there was no lorry, there was no accident, there was just a couple of maintenance guys putting a few cones out, and then right at the very end with the police. Strangely enough, if this was an accident, where was the queue of traffic? Another key fact that wasn't mentioned was the use of crisis actors for this scenario. Crisis actors are widely available through the internet, and also that the fact that the government used them on a regular basis. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you think that this is just a mere exercise and drill, or do you think they know information and are planning for something else to come? I hope you enjoyed the video and the content. Smash subscribe if you haven't already, and also smash the like button. Take care of yourselves and each other, and I'll see you in the next video.